What do you do when people say you aren't funny?
Oh, dude, it fucks with me. It depends on the mood I'm in.
Really?
You know?
Wait, really?
It does. Yeah. Because it's like, I don't know, if I'm just having a bad day or just like a slow or I'm just like tired, somebody hits me or something, I'm just like, all right. It affects me more than it should. Which, I mean, you've probably talked about this a million times. You just like, block all this shit out. It's weird. Sometimes I look at it and I laugh and I'm like, yeah, that's somebody put time in their life to write like, this shit weak, and then spells weak the wrong week. And you're like, all right. So,
yeah, all right. That
your grammar's weak, buddy. And then I like type shit out, but I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
Do you ever fire back?
No. It's just, it looks weird, you know?
I need to stop.
Have you ever killed someone?
Spencer.
Nice.
Nah, it just depends. I think if it hits an insecurity or if somebody like hits a niche comment, they're like, wow, this character's a lot like this character. This guy got any more characters? And you're like, oh, fuck.
Bro.
I feel seen.
Sometimes,
You know?
sometimes some of these comments are so accurate. What was the one you showed me the other day that described exactly what we were doing?
Dude, if it's in depth, you're like, all right. You got a window in this fucking house? Huh?
I think it was something about us like thinking about the tweet and then coming up with a perfect gift to
like him and Mike are probably like sitting together like in some conference room coming. I mean, I'm like, that's quite literally exactly what's happening. Like we've been talking about how to fire back at this for so, and somebody said it, and it's like that one wasn't as much of an attack, but like we all get a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I think innately being on the internet, you're going to receive hate, and it's just like,
well, the bigger you get, also people don't think you're gonna see it. They think that you're at a level that's so
True.
You're like, that guy's probably so busy driving Lambos, he's not gonna look at his comments. I'm like, I'm at a Chick-fil-A drive-through.
Nah, bro, yeah.
I mean,
my card just got declined.
The chick we showed at the beginning of the show, she's like reading a Bible, watching Impaulsive, and she's just like, "Oh my god!"
Fuck.
Yes, facts.
Well,
Yes. People don't think it.
And a lot of them too, like even more to your point of them not thinking you'll see it. There was also a lot of them that, like they're your fans. They're saying it in the hope.
Yeah.
So like I'll have ones that are like, hey, you old fuck, like scumbag piece of shit, you're not funny. And then I'm like,
that was
hey
me.
man, fuck you. What are you doing with your life? And they're like, I'm watching your videos because I'm your biggest fan, man. I can't believe you responded.
Just dropped
And I'm like,
$800 in
bro,
merch. Yeah.
is there any way you could have done it in a more positive fucking manner, dude?
Yeah.
God dang,
But
dude.
that also kind of reassures you, like, oh, they're not doing shit with their time. Like to the point where they get genuinely stoked to somebody they were just talking shit about.
If you are online talking shit to anyone for any reason whatsoever, you are losing. I'm sorry, dude. If you are online wasting your day, unless you're like the biggest in some vertical and you're like being a critic and giving constructive criticism, I understand that. Hey, this joke would have been funnier if you did A, B, and C, different story. But if you're just out there throwing out like, that shit was weak, W-E-E-K.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, bro. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. I mean, I've also been in the position where I was going to write something because I saw somebody like steal my joke or steal my idea. And then I just kept scrolling. I was like, oh, wow, it's gone. The problem's fucking gone. You know? And then you're like, you just forget about it. It doesn't matter. In a week, is it going to matter? No.
Facts.
A week.
Yeah. I mean, what?
W-E-E-K.
Yeah.
I think that's what's also good about the hate, though, is this is like a barrier to entry. Like, if you can't overcome that, you're not going to make it. Yeah. So it's like, it does kind of, it does set you apart if you can take that hate on and just overcome it.
If you can use it for feedback, yeah.
Right,
But,
correct.
yeah.
It never fucking is.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes. Rarely though. Like it's because the thing about online sentiment that is different than verbal feedback is that you never can really be sure what place the person is coming from to deliver it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you said something shitty about the state of Michigan. Now this motherfucker from Michigan thinks you're not funny, your clothes are whack, you have a shitty hairline, and you're too old to be doing it. But guess what? They don't think any of those things.
Deep.
Stop attacking me, Michigan. No, but it's, you never know where they're actually coming from. If they're angry, if they hate themselves. When somebody comes up to you and gives you feedback in person, you're like, oh, this person's clearly angry. I'm not going to take this. Or this person has a background. They're qualified to tell me this. Yeah. It's the Wild West, dude.
If there's ever like an overload of like negativity on my shit, it doesn't really happen anymore, but maybe like a year ago where I'd start to like question myself and my validity as a human and comfortability with myself, I'll always go out in public and engage real life sentiment. And
nobody's saying anything.
It's either one or two things. One, absolutely nothing because they don't know who I am and they're indifferent to this random fucking chotch walking around Michael's. Or two, yo, can I get a picture? Love your content.
Exactly.
It is never the things I read, which are, you know, like what the horrible things.
Horrible.
Never. Because like, yo, like quite honestly, that ain't real life.